Hey guys, welcome back to Controversial Day. My name is Deja and this is my YouTube channel. So today's topic will be about Joe Rogan and the word. If you know, you know. So he's been under fire lately for saying the N-word, and this is my viewpoint about the whole situation. So it has so many clips of him saying it, and I feel as if why now? Why now, after all these years and after all these months, all of a sudden now you guys want to go back and go to his YouTube channel and call him out about it? Why not do it when he first said it? So my thing is, I feel as if it's racist that only one group of people can say the word and not anybody else. Follow me. So people who are of this complexion and either darker or even lighter, who are presumed to be black and or African American, only those people can say the word. So I find it distasteful that only they can say it but other people can't, but you guys want people to listen to your music who aren't of your background or your origin. I find it hugely distasteful. I feel as if that maybe we should stop saying it as black people. Why do we get a free pass to say it in all of our, well, not me particularly, but in majority of black people music, hip hop, R&B, rap or whatever, a lot of black predominant genres say the N-word. And if a white person or another person of different culture or background says it, it's a huge problem. I find it so distasteful. Why don't we stop saying it as a collective? Let's stop saying it. I actually kind of I have somewhat eliminated the word out of my vocabulary. Do I still say it every blue moon, like when I'm rapping, like listen to a song or something? I try my hardest not to say it, but it's just so hard because when you get to go on, you end up saying it, and that's probably what happens with other people, other cultures. They end up saying it because they're going with the flow and they say it. I find it so funny how when black people use it, word of endearment, but even though when another person says it, it's racist. So what is it? Like, what is the true definition of it? Is it a word of endearment, or is it racist? You can't have it both ways. It's a double standard. So you have to pick and choose what you want to label the word as, because language is important here. Is it racist or is it a word of endearment? You have to choose. You can't pick and choose what you want to label the word as and what you don't want to label it as. You have to choose. I personally think it's a word. It's just a regular word, like a regular old word. Yes, it has some kind of profanity to it because people have made it that way, but all in all, it's just a word. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be one of those black people who used to think that, oh, I don't like what other people say it, or, even if they're saying it to a rap song. I used to think that way. But when I got red pilled and started changing my life around and became a full-blown conservative and a full advocator of free speech, because I understand what it feels to not have free speech because of my views and even some of the language I post on my page on Instagram at QueenDay2020 _. I understand how it is because my stuff get taken down because of their views, and they report my page because of their views, and sometimes other reasons, but Instagram takes it down for words. You follow me? So how is it fair? I personally think that black people need to just cut it out with, oh, being racist, or oh, it's not fair, or oh, this, that, and the third. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want to argue about. Like, certain people who aren't even black or full-fledged black can say it. Like Cardi B, she says the N-word. Even I dislike her with a passion. Cardi B, she says the N-word. 6ix9ine, who's a Hispanic, says the N-word. A lot of Hispanic people say the N-word, and black people let it slide because, a lot of black people and Hispanic people, particularly in New York area, they grew up together, and that's a part of language in their culture, so that's fine. So okay, cool. But how come when another person say it, who probably didn't particularly grow up around that, but they get, called racist and this, that, and the third? You have to pick and choose. I feel as if that it's just a word. Black people, if you care so much, take it out of your vocabulary. The only reason why they want to do something now with him saying it is because he has been capturing a lot of people's attention, and a lot of people are starting to watch his content, and they're not listening to the mainstream media anymore because they don't truthfully agree with that content or truthfully agree with what they have to say. I'm going to choose my words correctly because, but in the words of Trump, F and N. So, nobody truthfully believes in the mainstream media anymore because they have been lying to us for years about different topics and different things. So people don't like that anymore. And we have technology now, and I'm literally speaking to you guys off of my phone, recording it, and making my own semi-news platform in a way. So it's like, what do I need the mainstream media for? And plus, a lot of people don't watch Fox News. And I still watch Fox News, but I watch it off of YouTube. I don't watch it during the daily broadcast. I watch it off of YouTube. A lot of people who are millennials or Gen Z or the younger generations, we watch our news off of YouTube. We get it from Instagram. We get it from maybe Facebook if we're on there, Snapchat, Twitter. So we don't really get our news from watching old school news outlets anymore. So the only reason they're trying to bring up the N-word now is because they are getting hot, they're losing viewers, and they are trying to grasp at anything they can hold on to finally deplatform him. And I feel as if that no one should be deplatformed. No one. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I dislike your views. No one should be deplatformed. We live in America, and this is supposed to be a free country, so why don't we act like it? How come we have these sensitive Nancys over here who get so sensitive and cry about every little thing, and now they want to deplatform him because one thing he says? Make it make sense. We live in America. Our First Amendment is freedom of speech, and not only freedom of speech, freedom of press. So how come we can't do that? I get my stuff taken down on the regular, so I know how it feels to have your stuff taken down. I get my stuff taken down all the time, and so do other conservatives who I know. A few conservatives I know have completely been deplatformed on all social medias, and they have to create their own websites and their own platforms in order to stay alive and stay relevant and to have somewhere to go and vent and talk to. But it seems like now on these social media apps, particularly Instagram, Facebook, even Twitter sometimes, and now YouTube and now Spotify, they want to deplatform you, and they will do anything in their power, especially if you have a large following, to deplatform you. I feel as if that we have to fight back, and we need to be vocal. We need to start talking to our state representatives, the people who are supposed to be on our side. We need to start telling them how we feel. Like, hey, it's not fair that we get deplatformed. I could have sworn we have freedom of speech here in America. We need to start talking back and start fighting back with legislative and actually do something. I know for a fact that I live here in Michigan. The next governor, I hope, is a Republican, and I will be trying to help them with their campaign. I also want to help them understand why we need freedom of speech. It's imperative that we do that. But that's all for my take and my view on it. I feel as if it's just a word, and I also feel as if he has a right to say what he wants to say. And if you disagree, unfollow him. Don't listen to his stuff anymore if you feel that way. I still will, but if you feel that some type of way, you don't have to necessarily listen to his stuff. simply unfollow him, do what you have to do. But honestly, if you disagree with somebody's views and you don't like what they have to say, unfollow them. Don't listen to them. Don't stay on their platform and just writing negative and nasty comments and degrading things about them. Just leave them alone. Like, what's the purpose of going back and forth? Well, that's all for my video today. Bye, guys.